I'm down here in Hove, outside Hove Station here, and we've got quite a big crowd for a lunchtime canvassing session for Tanushka Marah, who's standing as an independent, and in Hove and Portslade. I've been told I have to say Portslade as well. There's quite a lot of people there, they've even got T-shirts, they're selling them. People are buying T-shirts for a tenner. And look, he's going to wear it. Look, watch. Look, he's putting it on over. Look, will it fit? Look, he's got it over his head. Look. You've come from all the other side of Brighton in order to support the candidate in Hove.
Oh yes, Tanushka is wonderful. She's, if she was in Pavilion, we'd vote for her there. We don't have a good Labour candidate. It's been imposed on us. The Labour Party has pretty well closed down all the constituency kind of parties that we had at one point. Katrina used to be chair of the local Labour Party where we were. There's no point.
The Labour Party in Brighton had a good reputation, especially when Jeremy Corbyn was elected, like the largest constituency party, more members than anyone else, as far as I remember. So it's all disintegrated, isn't it?
Completely disintegrated. And we're hoping that this Tanushka's campaign will all be over here to support her, because we used to support even the excellent candidate in Shoreham, which is just along the sea, when Corbyn was around. There must have been about 400 or 500 of us turned up one day just to canvass in Shoreham. Everyone from Brighton went over to help. It's very active, Brighton. It's a real radical area.
Just take my word for it, there's quite a few people behind me knocking on doors and being given warm receptions by people in the houses, and they're writing down on the list who's voting for Peter Kyle, and most of it is saying not voting for Peter Kyle, because who would vote for Peter Kyle when you've got Tanushka to vote for? We're going to find out more about Tanushka when she comes along, so watch this space. I mean, Tanushka's here, we've got her, she's here. But you've just been working and then you come straight from work to do this. So is this what you do every day? Do you come out straight after work to canvass?
Every day has had lots of different jobs to do. I have been working directing a show about Caribbean soldiers in the First World War, which has been amazing. So it's a beautiful day for me to be doing that in the day and then coming out and speaking. And the crazy thing, since I've been here, the 2 doors I've knocked on, I've ended up speaking in Arabic. And I speak very little Arabic. But it's just been really amazing, and it feels wonderful to kind of feel that you're able to represent people, and that feels really special. So, but yeah, every day, lots of meetings, lots of planning, lots of logistics, quite a lot of admin still. I am a theatre director. I work with young adults, making professional theatre with young adults, which platforms their voices and experience. We make work together. I also set up around this area lots of free drama classes and holiday clubs for young people on free school meals and from many different backgrounds. I'm a passionate believer in culture being for everybody. And I guess the reason I've always made theatre, because it's not exactly a profit-making business, is because I've always had something to say. Bringing people together to make something happen is kind of what I always do anyway through work. I make shows with like 80 people in them, and we put them in communities, basketball courts and skate parks and on hilltops. So, and when I say 80, that's 80 performers plus a big group behind that. So this just feels a complete transferable skill. You're always working from the premise that it is impossible and that everything is possible. You start with the idea that it's impossible, and then you work, but everything is possible. And that's exactly how we're running this campaign. I took protest to the streets in theatrical forms. So I you know, we all reach that point. You know, the Film Network, when they open the window and they shout, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore." Yeah. I had this moment in my bedroom and I wanted to just open the window and shout, and instead I set up a WhatsApp group and I called Artist Action Brighton, and the idea was to take theatre as a form of protest to the streets. So I got in touch with all my theatre friends and we started putting on protests, like we dressed as judges and lawyers and read the ICJ verbatim in a shopping mall. There were moments like that, and then I was just, different people asked if I would stand as the candidate, and I said absolutely no way. We're all just making theatre and telling stories, aren't we? Yeah. And the beauty about being an independent is I can tell stories and I can speak to people as myself, because I don't have to buy into the yarn and the lies. It's politics.
You have to get around a lot, aren't you?
Well, I think it's because I spend most of my time with young adults. It slightly affects your dress sense. I always wear trainers, even if I'm going to a wedding. I just love them.
As soon as we knocked on her door, she said, "Yeah, I'm voting for her."
And yes, can I just meet you?
Wants to meet you.
And I think that's great.
That's great.